All right, all right, all right. Can you see it? There is a big orange beast at the end of the workshop, and I ain't talking about that fifth scale. By the way, I'm going to have a discussion in the next 24 hours about fifth scale cars. Sorry, before I start on the Krajave, I'm going to have a wee rant, okay? That is a fifth scale. That is a fifth scale. That is not a fifth scale. Okay, yes, it is a big beast, but it is not a fifth scale. It is not built like a fifth scale. It has not got the strength of a fifth scale. This one that I have rebuilt is now ready for bashing, but I have been amazed this week at some of the grief that Aussie RC Playground has got for his comments about that, which are completely true. Out the box, useless. Completely, utterly useless. Useless chassis, useless chassis tower-to-tower braces, etc., etc., etc. Useless. You have to spend a ton of money putting that right. You do it when you buy one because it's kind of cool. However, rubbish out the box. Worst ready-to-run Arrma has ever done. And also one of the coolest cars Arrma have ever done, if you get what I mean. Anyway, ranting over. Krajave. I'm not too sure what to say. This thing is just... it's just awesome. It's just my idea of perfection. So let's not just stand and gawp. Sorry, I just kind of stand gawping at it. What have I done? So these are standard Arrma body mount clips. They've gone on nice and stock look. Custom RC upgrades. So front and rear suspension supports all the way through. Front as well, front and rear. And also, I don't know if you can see this, but in there, that is tool steel suspension pins. So they have gone on today. These Proline belted HP 3.8. Oh, brain's not working. Trenchers have gone on. Awesome. They are awesome. They're quite hard. I know people say that on the forums and that, but they are quite hard. And I haven't worked out whether or not I should stick a hole in these and vent them, because there's obviously a wrapping in there. So I don't want to ruin it, basically. So I need to read up on that. Body is a Proline C10 long bed body. And I have it really, it's nice because it also velcros down at the sides. What do we have going on underneath the hood? So I will go over, this Krajave is the clockwork orange. It's still the clockwork orange, so many parts are still the same. So, you know, sorry if I'm teaching you how to suck eggs, but just give a very brief overview. So it's custom RC upgrades when it comes to the shock towers, the top plate, the top braces, the suspension hangers, the front chassis brace and the rear chassis brace. It is scorched RC parts titanium chassis, titanium 8mm drive shafts. It is 3M in Germany, top plate. It's a GPM front plate, front center differential plate, and a Fastlane RC motor mount. a Castle 1717 big block motor, and a Max 6 ESC. I've repaired the fan. If you remember, this was running without a fan. All the way through this truck, it has got alloy, 3 alloy differentials from GPM, all in the orange. Not that it really matters that much, but I think it's kind of cool. Running 500k, over 500k, around 800k in the centre diff. Oh, crikey, you're asking me now. 80k in the front and 20k in the rear, I think. Somewhere around there anyway. We're running some aftermarket shocks, which have bigger shock shafts. They can move through move more shock oil through the bladders in there. I forget what they're called, guys. You're gonna have to help me. This is RPM A-arms, front, upper and lower, and rear. The rear end, these are Lunsford titanium rear rods, and GPM steering rods, a GPM bell crank, a Just Bash It RC servo mount, a beast of a Savox SV1272 servo, which turns these like they were just a couple of marshmallows at the end. We're running uprated, super thick GPM front and rear CVDs. Yeah, some custom RC upgrades, bits and pieces in here. These spools and this kind of stuff. GPM wing mount. I've just put on a brand new, this is a brand new Typhon stroke Italian wing, I think. Just because the other one was looking a bit tat. So there we have it. That is basically, oh yeah, custom RC upgrades, 10mm hex extenders, and custom RC upgrades, wheel nuts. I'll put the buddy back on because it's just too awesome. There's the body back on. It's not really back on properly, but it's back on good enough. And I just think Just Bash It, and not Just Bash It, sorry, T-Bone Racing front bumper that is meant to go on an Outcast, and I've rigged it up with the custom RC upgrades suspension hangers. You can't put all of the top bits of your bumpers in, but they're still super tough from T-Bone Racing. And actually, I found that when you put the top bumper support in from T-Bone Racing, you always attach it to 2 of the screws of the that attach the inspection panel, if you like, on the bulkhead for the front or rear differentials, that the old panel that you take out and you can quickly remove your diff. And they inevitably they transfer a lot of energy from the bumper into that bulkhead, which is okay. The bulkhead will snap rather than anything else, but freestanding like that, they're just going to bend a little bit, which is cool with me. So anyway, just been banging on, but I'm so super stoked. New builds coming up. So the next build I'm going to tell you about tomorrow, and it's going to be completely different because everybody has been saying, wow, I wish I had, nicely, I wish I had, the funds, GPM alloy front and rear hub carriers. I wish I had the ability to go out and buy the parts that you have. I mean, the key for it for me is that I buy often. I buy little and often. I buy 2 or 3 parts most days probably, and I just stick them in boxes. I don't know when I'm going to use them. I just know that I am going to use them. The Arrma range is just so cool because it's just so interchangeable. So I buy a load of Arrma parts, and it all comes together. So all in all, I don't spend huge amounts on a regular base. I don't spend large amounts. I just spend regularly. But anyway, the next build is going to be completely different, totally different. It is going to be an Arrma car, but it's going to be a car that physically will be different, and the way I build it will be completely different. It's going to be a budget build, and I will run you through that so that anybody, whatever your budget, if you're into RC, you can upgrade your car to a level that is pretty much bulletproof without spending a huge fortune. So I'll be doing that next, after I've had another rant about fifth scales, no doubt. Ranting comes fairly naturally to me. There's loads of other updates as well. There's other builds that I'm going to let you know about that are coming up. There's the Cyclops build. Andy is trying to finish the print as we speak. So there's just so much coming up. But anyway, guys, I leave you with this shot. Super sick. Peace.